All right. Okay, guys, are you everyone is visible, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
visible. Okay. Today we will start the session on how to create Google Ads lead search campaign with lead form extension. Okay. So first we will go to the presentation deck, right, and then I'll show you the practical part. Okay. So first thing is once you come here, okay. So what you have to do is, one second, I'll just keep this down. I'll show you step by step. Open ads.google.com. Okay. Then what you have to do is you have to sign in, right? Okay. Then you have to click on your manager account. Right. Okay. Once I click on the manager account, then I'll click here my main account. All right. So now what you have to do is you have to click. See on the left hand side you'll find campaigns tab, add tools tab, right? Okay. So what I'll do is I click on plus new campaign. Okay. And click on plus new campaign. Okay. Now here you'll have multiple options. You have save, leads, website traffic, product and brand consideration, brand awareness and reach, app promotion, local store visitor promotion, create a campaign without a goal guidance. So we want leads, right? Okay, so we'll click on leads, get leads and other conversion by encouraging customers to take action. Click on leads. Okay. Then what you have to do is then you have to click on search. Okay, so generate customer leads with text or calls ad that shows near search the whose outcome on Google search partners sites. So we are doing search ads here. Okay, I click on search. Okay, now it will ask me select the ways you'd like to reach your goal. Okay, so there are multiple options here. Okay, so one is website visits, phone calls, store visits, app downloads, lead form extension. So what's basically important is we are going to do lead form extension. So guys, as we have done with Facebook lead generation ad, so this is more or similar like Facebook lead ads, where you set up a lead form, right? So similarly, you have to set up a lead form on Google Ads platform also when you're actually doing Google search ads. So I click on lead form submissions. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll define the campaign name as top Los Angeles chiropractor. Okay, so we are doing a campaign on CRM Wellness Center, top Los Angeles chiropractor. Okay, then I click on continue. Okay, so start new campaign. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to define the budget. Okay, so budget and bidding has to be there, right? So guys, now most important thing is we have to do a systematic keyword research analysis once you are setting up the campaign. Okay, so I'll go back to Google Keyword Planner. Okay, so I'll click here. Now till the time that page is getting loaded, so I'll give a budget of 2000 rupees a day. Okay, so I'll say individual campaign budget. Okay, so basically you are defining a budget for your campaign, right? So now here you have multiple options. So what do you want to focus on? See, here you'll have options for conversion value, other optimization options, clicks or impression share. So let's say if I do clicks, what happens is it tells me that you have chosen to focus on clicks using the maximum click bid strategy, but your account track conversions. So you could get more conversions by choosing to focus on conversions, right? So why we have got this message? Because we have our focus is on our clear cut focus is on account level tracking conversions, right? So that's why we should select the option. We have selected the option of conversions here. Okay, so once you select this option here, okay, so you have to set a target cost per action. So guys, what I'm telling you is once I finish the campaign, so tomorrow you have to do this campaign by yourself, because if you just make notes, that will not help. You have to do it by yourself at least 10 to 20 times. Then you'll have a lot of hands-on experience. Okay, so here if I do a set a target cost per action. Okay, so if I define what is cost per action, okay, so I'll say let's say ideally if I want to do, let's say 100 rupees, so I keep a cap. Okay, normally I keep a cap like 100 rupees should be my target cost per action. Okay, so if I click on more settings, okay, so what happens is here, so you have to select the more setting option. See what you can see here is ad rotation is optimizing prefer best performing ads, conversion is account level, conversion settings. So these settings should be set. Okay, so I click on next. Now once you come here, okay, so what option you get search network and display network. So basically you should unselect display network because you're actually going to run the campaigns on search network. Okay, so you unselect display network. Okay, and just select search network here. Okay, now we have to do location targeting, right? One second, guys. We have to do location targeting. So our location is United States. Okay, so I'll type here as United States. Okay, so I'll target this as United States. Then I see first is country targeting. Then I am also targeting the state. So I'll say as California. Okay, so I'll say as California target. Now I will say the targeting as Los Angeles. Okay, so this is Los Angeles target. Now, guys, I suggest that this is the location targeting. Now, if you have to click on advanced search, so you can also do as per the radius targeting. If I click on radius, see what you get here is enter place name, address, or coordinates. So let's say, for example, I open top Los Angeles chiropractor. Okay, so I'll do is I'll scroll down here. So what information this is asking me? Enter place name, address. Place name and address. So let's say if I want to copy this particular address here. So what do I get to see here as? See, got it? Okay, so this is something called as radius targeting. So basically you do country-wise targeting, you do state-wise targeting, city targeting, and radius targeting. Okay, so I target this particular thing. So what Google will do is Google will only show my ad to those people who are specified in the radius of 20 miles. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. So guys, I hope you understood here, right? So this is very interesting, but Google Ad needs a lot of practice. You really need to practice multiple times, right? Okay, so we have set the location targeting. Okay, so language targeting is already done because we have selected United States. Now let's do audience targeting. Okay, so as the client is into chiropractic treatment and they offer health and wellness treatment, so here you have multiple audience targeting options. Okay, so first thing is you have to target, okay, affinity audience you can target, right? So I'll click on affinity. So what are the interests and habits? So I select affinity here. Basically, any person who's looking for wellness. Okay, so I select as beauty and wellness, that's affinity audience, right? Okay, so I'll check more options here. And okay, I just have one option, affinity audience here. So I back. Okay, so then we'll try to find out in market audience. There are different type of audience here, affinity audience, in market audience. Okay, so I'll just see what options are available here. So personal care is which comes something in your health factor because this is being a doctor. So beauty is not in a category, but yes, personal care is will definitely help. So this comes in market audience, right? Okay, so I'll select this option here. Okay, so I'll scroll down here. So guys, I suggest you do the practical side by side while the session is going on, then we'll have more confidence. Okay, so no matter you're behind me as such, that's still fine. Anyway, this session is getting recorded and it will be live on YouTube platform. But I suggest that you please do the practical side by side. If you want, I'll go slow. That's still okay, but do the practical simultaneously. Okay. Yeah. So I click on search here. Okay. So click on browse. Okay, so now what you have is, see, when you're doing audience targeting, either you select affinity audience, you can select in-market audience. Okay, so now we will do the demographic targeting as well while you're doing the audience targeting, right? So because health issues normally parents have, no, who have passed on their age as such, like they are plus 25, normally they have back pains, and people uh, who have back pains, definitely they go for chiropractic treatment. Okay, so we can say as parents of preschoolers, parents of toddlers, parents of grade schoolers, and parents of teens. So basically we are targeting parents. And now health is something, this health concern can come to anyone as such, right? So I'll say marital status as such, health issues could happen to a single person in a relationship, or it could happen to anyone who is married also, right? Okay, so I click on browse here. Okay, so in market, then demographic targeting we did. Okay, so we will see. Okay, now education targeting, like who health issues, it could come to any students as such. So we'll select current college students as such. Okay, so we'll select as high school graduate, bachelor degree, advanced, because there's no age bar for health concerns. Can happen to anywhere, anytime, right? Okay, so we selected 13 options here. Okay, so now we did the audience target. Okay, so now here you get option here. So targeting setting for this campaign. Narrow the reach of a campaign to the selected segment with the option to adjust a bid or observation recommend. Don't narrow the reach of your campaign while the option to adjust a bid on the selected campaigns. This is something very important. Okay, so now once we have done with the audience targeting, then I click on more settings. Okay, I click on more settings here. So you have to define the start date and end date. So all right, so now I'll say a start date of I just want to set up the test campaign for 24 hours. So I'll say a start date as 7th September and I'll select the end date as 8th of September. Okay, so that, and I click on more settings. Now I want that my ad should be scheduled all day as such. Okay, so I normally what happens is it all depends on the what kind of business model you are. So currently the client is in healthcare business model. So definitely the client wants that ad should be visible all day long. So this is visible all day long. Okay, so this is one thing. You can also set the campaign URL options here. Okay, so basically you can set up a tracking template as such, but here this is not required at this point of time. Maybe I can tell you in the future sessions. Okay, so and here you can also do the dynamic search ad setting, because right now we are just setting up a lead form in Google Ads campaign. So this is something, it tells you that you can get automated search targeting and customized ad headline based on your website. So that can happen in the later sessions. Okay, so I click on next. Okay, so now it's basic level setting is done. So now we are creating the ad group. So now we will create multiple ad group plus in a last session, I told you that we have to do single keyword targeting. So we can targeting as per the different match type. We can do targeting as per phrase match, then BMM, that's called as broad match modifier. You can do with broad match as such, you can do with exact match as such, right? So now you have to understand what kind of keyword suggestions you have to get based on your client website. So what I do is I'll open a new tab here. Okay, so I'll type as CRM minutes LA. Okay, so guys, tomorrow is a practical day. Once I finish this session today, everybody has to do practicals tomorrow on Google Ads. Okay, and you can refer this video as such, because I want that everybody should practice, right? Okay, so here I've input the URL. So I click on get keywords. Okay, so it will show me the list of keywords here. So when you're setting up ad group, okay, so here in ad groups level, you can do A/B testing as such. As we discussed in the last session, you can do A/B testing at sample level, you can do A/B testing at ad group level, you can do A/B testing at ad level, right? So in some ad groups, you can target multiple keywords. In some ad groups, you can target single keywords and just see which ad group is performing better. Okay, is it single keyword ad group or multiple keywords ad group? So right now we are just doing testing here. Okay, so we are targeting multiple keywords here and we want to see which ad group is performing better. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? Okay, so now once we have done this, okay, so basically now what I'll do is, see here, these all keywords are broad match, correct? So I'll say as best chiropractor near me, I'll say as PMM, broad match modifier. I'll select a plus sign as chiropractor plus near me. Okay. I'll just say as chiropractor. So when I integrate the plus sign in front of the keyword, those are called as broad match modifier keywords. Okay, so I can do phrase match. This is called as phrase match keyword here. Okay, so if you do not add signs in front of the keywords while you're doing keyword targeting, you will be considered, those are broad match keywords, and you get a lot of irrelevant traffic from broad match keywords. Okay, guys, so you might be facing, whomsoever newcomers in the session might be facing if this is something new, but you have to understand the basic analogies, basic methodologies. What type of syntax are you guys supposed to use when you're going to do the keyword targeting? Okay, so I'll say Cairo, I'll say phrase match. See, when I'm putting phrase, those are phrase match keywords. When I'm putting plus, it's called a BMM, broad match modifier. Okay, now I want to do chiropractic adjustments. So let's say I want to do, I'll put a bracket here. So those are called as chiropractic adjustment. So I'll put a chiropractic treatment here. So I'll put a plus sign. So broad match modifier. So this is just a test campaign for you guys. So I just want to make you understand, but make it a point when you are doing keyword targeting, never ever do broad match targeting. Otherwise you will end up spending a lot of money, which will result into irrelevant traffic. As a result, you guys will not get any type of conversions. So always make sure that you use the broad match modifier, phrase match, exact match, these type of keyword match types you have to use. Everybody please make notes and make sure that you guys implement whatever is being taught here. Okay, so I'll say as back to health chiropractic, back to health chiropractic. Okay, so I'll delete it rest keywords here. So I'll just delete because we do not want broad match keywords here, right? Control X. Okay, see what has this message being displayed? Match site help control which searches can trigger your ads. Keyword is equal to broad match. So this is a broad match, right? So this is keyword is equal to phrase match. When you are using phrases here, this is phrase match. And when you are using square brackets, this is called as exact match. Guys, so these syntax you have to use while you are using keyword targeting. Okay. So I'll scroll down here. Now we are going to set up the ads here, right? So normally we are going to do responsive search ads here. So I'm going to input the final URL here. So I'll open this final URL here. I hope guys you're getting it right. Oh, okay. So if you have any doubts, any questions, you can put in the comments. I can answer those questions once I finish the session here. Okay, so this is pretty insightful session here. Okay, so I'll add here. So I'm going to input the final URL. So right now we are not going to integrate the display path as such. Okay, so see now it is telling me that I have to integrate the headlines, right? So at least we need to integrate 3 to 5 headlines here. Okay. So I close this. Okay. So what I'll do is I have already created the ad here as such. Top Los Angeles chiropractor. I'll copy this here. Then I'll create a new headline because every headline has the character limit of 30 characters, right? So I'll create a new headline, health and wellness. So guys, please do practicals. Whomsoever can do practicals, they can do practical. Whomsoever want to make notes, they please make notes, but please work on it. Okay. So I suggest if you can do practicals, that would really be helpful. Okay, so I just input the keyword as chiropractic treatment, chiropractic treatment. The next tab, I'll say as best chiropractor. I'll scroll down here. As best chiropractor. Okay, then I'll see we give 4 options here. I'll say as chiropractic adjustment, chiropractic adjustment. Okay, so we have integrated almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 headlines we have integrated here, right? Okay, now let's integrate a description. So description has a character limit of 90 characters. Okay, so I've already written here. So this is one more important thing which you guys need to understand, that when you're setting up Google Ads campaign, your ad copies always has to be ready before you set up the campaign. Okay, so ideally your headlines. Okay, so in Google Ads, in Google search ad, basically you need to have 5 headlines and 2 descriptions. Your headline character limit is 30 characters, and for description you need to it for 90 characters as such, right? Okay, so always make sure that your database should be ready in the backend in Excel document. That would really help you to be more organized and more structured. Okay, so you do not spend much time, because what happens is if your research work is already done in the backend, your work gets done more efficiently. All right, so what I'll do is I'll copy the description here. So I've already created the ad here as such. Okay, so I'll copy the description. Okay, so see, this is telling me I've written the description in 80 characters. Okay, so I'll copy this here. Okay, so this. Now this is coming in 91 characters. So I'll remove as S. This is 90 characters exactly. All right. So I have added the headlines, description I've added here. So now I click on done. Okay. Right. So see here this is something. So guys, basically the core objective for this meeting is we need to learn how to do lead form. Okay, so in my future sessions I'm going to tell you how to do A/B testing, how to improve conversion from the search campaigns as such. Today our core objective is how to set up lead form. In our last meeting I explained this to you, that how do you set up a single keyword ad groups to improve your conversions, right? So what I'll do is this ad group has been created as such. So I'll click on next. Now we are going to set up lead form. Okay, so the core objective is initially we did the research part, we did set up the campaign, we did set up the ad groups, we did keyword targeting. Okay, we did the basic settings, then we selected the option of conversion as such, we did the bidding strategy, we did set the bid cap as such. Now what we're going to do is the last part remaining is we are going to set the lead form. Okay, so we'll understand how are you going to set the lead form as such. Lead form is pretty simple. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll click on the option of more extensions. Okay, everybody has to do this thoroughly tomorrow. So here you get an option of lead form extension. Okay, so you have to click here, add a form, your ad. Okay, so now what you do is, okay, so here what option you get here? Lead form extension captures people interest with customized headlines, description, and fields. Okay, so what are the core benefits here is it generates qualified leads, you build customer list, or you start a conversation as such. So what you have to do is you have to click on plus form extension. Okay, yeah. So now let's start creating the lead form. Okay, so now basically I have to create a campaign for this particular page, chiropractor in Los Angeles. So I'll say as best chiropractor in Los Angeles. I'll say as best chiropractor, best chiropractor in Los Angeles. So see here I'm got to 32 characters. So I just say as Los Angeles chiropractor rather than saying best chiropractor Los Angeles. I say Los Angeles chiropractor, Los Angeles chiropractor. Okay, so this is headline. So we have to define the business name as such. So I'll say as CRM Wellness Center. Okay, so I'll scroll down here. Now you have to enter the description. So what you have to do is enter description here. So CRM Wellness Center. Okay, so I'll scroll up. Okay, so we'll add description here as such. So we can take ideas here. Escape your pain with CRM Wellness. This is a proven chiropractic treatment. Okay, so I'll say a description as proven chiropractic treatment. Okay, so I'll scroll down here. Now you need to add questions here. Basically, what type of information you need from the end user. Okay, so I'll say as first name. I want a full name, then you want phone number, and you want email address as such. So while you're doing a campaign, so basically you need user information to build up a list. You need name, phone number, and email. I think this is more than sufficient because, or you can ideally three fields are more than sufficient to generate inbound leads as such for your business. Okay, so I'll scroll down here. Then work information, if you want to write, you can say as work email. You can decide basically if you want work email. I suggest three fields are more than sufficient. Okay, so this is setting up here at Wellness Center. Now, if you have any background image, you can add a background image here. I'll just copy this, save image as CRM Wellness Center. I'll say CRM Center. What I'll do is I'll copy this image here. With this, I'll open MS Paint. Okay, so I'll see this. CRM Wellness Center logo. Okay, so I'll now this. So what I'll do is I'll go back here. Plus image campaign, code files. So I'll click on my desktop, upload this logo here. Okay, so this is something uploaded here. So I'll close this, click on save. Okay, so I have shown you how you can upload images. Basically, you have to set the pixel integration, you have to set the height of it properly as per the Google guidelines, and your guys are set to go. Okay, so basically here you can upload the image with your lead form. Okay, basically you want to write headline as thank you, write as thank you, we'll contact you soon. Okay, so visit website. Okay, so I'll say visit website. Now you want to add call to action URL as such. Okay, so I'll input the call to action URL. So basically call to action URL is our landing page, right? Okay, so I'll input this URL here. So this is landing page, visit site. Okay, so now here what you have to do is you have to select a call to action for your ads. So now this being a chiropractic doctor as such, so basically what you have to do is you have to select multiple options here. Now ideally you book an appointment with the doctor. So you say book now. Okay, so I'll add call to action description as book your appointment now. Okay, so book your appointment now as such. See here, when you click here as such, you have options, the delivery options. So basically you can say download collected leads in ad extension table. You can only download leads that you have collected within last 30 days. So Google gives you the option to download the leads as you have that option of Facebook when you do lead generation ads. So here also you can download, or you are having a CRM integration. You can either do it with webhook integration. This is a CRM where you can download the leads, but it's good to download the lead from ad extension table as such. Okay, so this is lead form. Okay, so I'll put this here. On save, on accept. So I'll this lead form, book appointment now, key form. Okay, so I scroll down here, then I click on save. Okay, so full name. So guys, what basically I'm doing is I'm helping you set up a test campaign. Okay, so what you have to do is for tomorrow, once you go back and do your practicals, I suggest first you create all the database in the backend. You understand how are you going to do it. Okay, so now this is something very important that you have to enter your privacy policy URL here. So we'll go to the website here, CRM Wellness LA. When you're doing the lead generation campaign, right? Okay, so basically you're doing a lead form, setting up a lead form here. Okay, so we'll scroll in the bottom of the page and see here what you can see is privacy policy. Okay, see here this is privacy policy page is there. So I'll copy this URL over here. Okay, so I'll enter this privacy policy URL. Okay, so guys, I hope this is clear. So once you are setting a lead form in Google Ads campaign, it's compulsory that you have to either you do it on Facebook lead ad or you do it in Google ad as such. You need to have a privacy policy. Okay. So this is I have done this option here. All components are being set. So right now we are not going to use a CRM as such. So we are keeping it blank. Okay. So we are using the Google features to download the lead. So I click on save. Okay, so with this we have set up the lead form here. So I click on next. Yeah, so see now Google is going to review your campaign, and once a campaign is reviewed, okay, so Google will take 24 hours to approve your campaign as such. Okay, so here what you can see is your campaign is already set. Review your campaign. Okay, so this is done. Now guys, what is more important is you have to do thorough keyword research analysis once you are actually setting your campaign, because there are different categories of keywords here. Okay, so what normally we discuss in Google Ads campaign, basically you have high competitive keyword, medium competitive keyword, and low competitive keyword. Okay, so there are different categories. In high competition, normally what happens is either you have keyword which is with high competition, high search volume, medium competition, medium search volume, low competition, low search volume, or there could be keywords where, okay, so if I'm going fast, maybe you can listen to this session again so that you can understand it better. Okay, so basically there could be keywords with high competition, low search volume. So they're different. You have to twist and match with different combination as such here. Okay, so high, medium, low. So always remember this component here. It's called HML, high, medium, low, while you are doing your keyword targeting, because in Google search ads it's very important that you have to do your keyword targeting. Okay, so now we will click on this option here. This is called a discover new keywords. So I just say as chiropractor, chiropractic treatment, then I'll say as chiropractor in Los Angeles, chiropractor in Los Angeles. Chiropractor in Los Angeles, I'll say as best chiropractor. I'll say as add one more keyword, best chiropractor. Okay, so guys, now once you input the keywords here, so basically what you have to do is you have to change your country here. All right, so here we have selected India as such. So I'll click here, I'll remove India from here, then I'll click on United States, country, target United States. Yeah, I click on save. On save. Okay, so now I'll just say as one more is chiropractor. Okay, so I'll click on get results. Okay guys, so what here you get a list of keywords. All right, so if you click on this arrow, okay, so what you have to do is Google gives you the option to download all the keywords in Google Sheets here. Okay, so I will download all the keywords in Google Sheets. Okay, so I click here and it tells me all the keywords have been downloaded. Okay, so I open this sheets. Okay, so what you can see from this is you can see a lot of keywords in this column, basically high, medium, low. Now how are you going to actually set up your bid campaign? So basically you get to know what is the price for each keyword. So for example, for chiropractic treatment, here it is for top of the page bid is low range is ideally this is 155 rupees 0.72 paisa. So this is actually giving you for one click. Okay, so for chiropractic in Los Angeles it is 171 rupees 7 paisa 193.73. Okay, and if you are actually bidding for top of the page bid, okay, for chiropractic treatment, you know where your ad should be in the first position. It is costing you 584 rupees 86 paisa for one click. So ideally imagine, so if you have set up a budget of 2000 rupees here, so what happens is you will just get 4 clicks. You know, let's say we are keeping a top page bid. So its minimum bid is 155.72 paisa here. So if I keep a budget of 2000, so you have to divide 2000 divided by 155. So that you get 15 clicks. That's how you decide. So ideally 2000 rupees budget will not be sufficient when you are doing this campaign. So you get to know the cost estimates from your Google Ads keyword planner, right? So basically you have to find a cost estimate that what will be the cost of one keyword when you're actually going to bid for those keywords. So your mathematic calculation has to be there in your mind. So basically all calculation has to be available as such. So what you have to do is you have to bid on those keywords where the price is less and your search volume is decent enough. Okay, so that calculation you have to keep in mind when you are bidding for keywords. This is something about Google Keyword Planner. Okay, so now I'll show you one more tool. If you are setting up a Google Ads campaign, this is SpyFu. Okay, SpyFu. So you can spy on your competitor's Google Ads. Okay, so this is SpyFu. So let's say, for example, right now I just input the keyword here as such chiropractic, chiropractor. I'll just say chiropractor. Okay, just input the target keyword here. Okay, what you will see is you'll have multiple options: keyword overview, related keywords, advertiser history, ranking history, backlinks, bulk upload, STRP analysis, Google Ads, advisor. Okay, so see, it is telling me now we are doing the campaign on Google Ads platform, right? Okay, so now it is telling me which keyword is good to target if you are doing a Google Ads campaign. So we are just doing a test campaign, trying to analyze what could be the calculations, like which keyword is good to target, which keyword is not good to target, right? So for example, female chiropractor near me. So it is giving me a suggestion that it is a good buy. 780 impressions is a CPS is $4.88. Okay, so potential it is telling me, it is giving me calculation 32.4 potential clicks per month and overall monthly budget is could be $158. So that's how you get the calculation from your different third-party tools. You get the calculation from Google Keyword Planner as such. I hope guys this is pretty okay now. Now, with this, I end my session here. And do you have any question, guys? Any questions, guys? If you now you can speak up because I'll stop sharing my screen now. Stop sharing. So okay. So now I'll stop sharing as such. Okay. Any question, guys? Yash, any questions?
No question. That was a detailed presentation. Like you have covered all the things. So no questions as such.
Okay. Okay. Then Shrihash, Dayasundu Prabhuji, Amna, any questions? Gurbani, any questions? Rucha, any questions? Navina, Veena, okay. So I hope this is pretty clear, right? And I request you guys that please tomorrow go back after this meeting, okay? After this
Yes.
meeting, you all have to do with your practicals. Shrihash, do you have any questions? I hope this is pretty clear. So guys,
Yes.
I want Yash to make sure that everybody does their assignments and please practice this campaign. Take CRM Wellness Center as an example, and Arpita, Veena, and all team members, make sure you set the campaign by tomorrow itself. Okay?
All right. Sure.